So, you have got a goal, a vision, something you think about constantly. You know exactly what you want. You can picture it clearly, almost too clearly. You can feel what it would be like to live that life. You can see the freedom, the version of you that walks differently, speaks with confidence, wakes up excited, operates with peace. That version feels real, tangible, so close it's like you could almost grab it. But you are stuck. For whatever reason, you can't bring yourself to do the things you need to do to get there. And it doesn't even make sense. Like, how can you want something that bad but still not do the work? You think about it all the time. It gives you goosebumps. It lights a fire in your chest. It makes you feel alive. And still, you sit there. This is the part that messes with your head. Because it's not that you don't know what to do. We live in the information age. You can learn anything. Start any business, learn any skill, get in shape, build a brand, build an entire new version of yourself just from YouTube videos alone. What needs to change? Let me be blunt. This isn't a time problem. It's not a productivity problem. And it's definitely not a laziness problem. It's an identity problem. You are trying to build a future that your current self doesn't believe it deserves. And that misalignment, that's what's keeping you stuck. You might say you want a new life, but your inner wiring is still running on the same old script, the one written by your fears. And you can't out-hustle a misaligned identity. You don't need more motivation. That's where most people go wrong. Because motivation doesn't beat laziness. It can't. It's too weak. Motivation is a spark. Laziness is a pattern. And patterns will always win if you don't rewire the system. That's why you feel amped up one day and 2 weeks later, you're back to square one. It's why you burn out, why you ghost your own goals, because you keep trying to take new action from the same foundation. If you want lasting change, you do not need a different schedule. You need to become a different version of yourself. Internally, mentally, energetically, and that starts here. Self-hypnosis. What changed my life was learning how to sit with myself. No noise, no distraction, no pretending, just me and my mind. I didn't even know what to call it back then. Meditation, mindset work, self-hypnosis, it doesn't matter. What mattered was this. I would isolate my mind, turn off the lights, put my phone in a drawer and create total silence. No music, no stimulation, just me breathing. And then something interesting would happen. Outer world would disappear. Time would blur. And I do drop into this quiet space like I was looking at my own subconscious through a microscope. And that is when I do see myself clearly. Not the version I show the world, but the real me. The one that I have been avoiding. I do see the habits, the fears, the excuses I didn't even realize I do be carrying. But I will do also see the version of me that I wanted to become. The real one, not a fantasy, but the one that I could be if I just get out of my own way. This process changed everything because for once, I wasn't asking the world for answers. I was asking myself, what do I really want? Why do I want it? Why am I so scared of it? What is holding me back? Write that down in the comments and let me know. What belief am I still clinging to that keeps me small? When you put yourself face to face with your truth like that, when you shut out the world and sit with your deepest self, you evolve fast. Like faster than you even think is possible. You do not need 10 years of therapy to change. You need to face yourself one-on-one, in silence, no filters, no performance. That's where the real work happens. If you like this video so far, please subscribe for more. But here is the problem. Temptation. Almost no one gives themselves the time to do this. Why? Because we live in a world of constant stimulation, constant comparison, phones, noise, notification, opinions, distractions. We are always plugged into something. And it's not just stealing your time, it's stealing your clarity. And it's no wonder why you feel stuck. When do you actually sit in silence and listen to yourself? Most people are terrified of that silence because deep down they know they are misaligned. They have built a life designed to ignore it. So what do we instead? We watch one more video. We scroll for 2 more hours. We distract ourselves until the day is gone, and then we tell ourselves we will try again tomorrow. That's the trap, and that's the crazy part. Most people spend more time building a fantasy online than building their actual life. You say you won't change, but are you giving yourself the space to create it? Because change doesn't happen in the middle of chaos. It happens in stillness, in focus, in discipline, practice. So here's what I want you to do. Start giving yourself 1 hour a day, just one. No phones, no screens, no music, no stimulation. Just silence, breathing, thought. Ask yourself, what do I want? Who do I want to become? What are their habits? How do they speak? What do they believe about themselves? What do they not tolerate? What do they wake up thinking about? And then ask yourself, where do I differ from that version? What am I still doing that they would never do? What am I still believing that they have already let go of? These are questions that shift your identity. These are questions that reprogram your system. This isn't just about motivation, it's about rewiring, it's about alignment. Don't try to add new habits to an old identity. Build the new identity first, and then the habits would follow naturally. Because that version of you, they are already doing the work. You just have to become them. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. You will want to grab your phone, you will want to quit. You will want to fill the silence with anything you can. But if you stay long enough, the resistance breaks, the noise fades, and that's what is left. And what is left is clarity, peace, and direction. This is your way out of the loop. You do not need more motivation, you need alignment. And you need to stop asking the world for answers and start asking yourself. Because you're not lazy, you're just not listening. You're not stuck, you're just distracted. You're not unmotivated, you're just disconnected from who you are meant to be. So do the work, the real work. Get quiet, get honest, and get focused. Rebuild from inside out. Every answer you're looking for is already within you. It's not in a podcast, it's not in another course, it's not in a YouTube video. Those things can guide you, but the actual change that happens inside. When you finally stop running from yourself and start spending time with yourself, everything begins to shift. You will grow faster than you ever imagined, because the moment you align with your identity, with your vision, your actions stop requiring force. They start flowing. So stop trying to chase a dream with the same beliefs that keeps killing it. What is one thing you're going to stop doing or start doing this week to become the version of yourself you keep imagining? Be honest and be bold. Put it in the writing, and this is how change begins, by declaring it. And if you're tired of overcomplicating life and ready to feel more grounded and clear and fulfilled, living a meaningful life is easy actually. It will show you how simple it really is to start to feeling alive again without the needing to change your whole life overnight.